Season 5 is just around the corner and I have updated my Blood Surge Necromancer Endgame Build Guide for Maxroll. The link to this is going to be down in the description below, and you can always get to the planner by clicking the embed right here, and then you get teleported directly into the planner. If you prefer a written version, this is obviously available on Maxroll, where you also have very in-depth explanations to the skill tree and the Paragon Board, where you can also have a step-by-step guide to the Paragon Board when you're scrolling right here, and very important, the stat priority section right here and at point 5, where you can actually see which item needs to have which stats and also which breakpoints I want you to hit ideally for the build in terms of damage and also in terms of defense and utility. And here you can see what affixes should go onto which items, and also you have a small priority list to go with your gaming time in the Blood Surge build. Now, what is the Blood Surge trying to do? Blood Surge is a very, very strong AoE spell that is going to also make use of the overpower mechanic, which also forces us to use Fortify and also stack a lot of maximum life, which therefore not only increases our defenses, but also increases our offenses through the overpower mechanic. So we want to overpower as often as possible, which is going to be possible through the Rathma's Vigor, where every time we hit the 12-second cooldown, we are going to get a guaranteed overpower crit, and also every time we are going to get 5 stacks of overwhelming blood, our next Blood Surge is going to overpower. You're getting 1 stack of overwhelming blood every time you damage an enemy while you are healthy, and that's obviously going to be extremely fast because we are stacking a lot of attack speed on our gear. As you can see right here, we do have 27 normal percent attack speed, but we also have a lot of blood attack speed on our gear in general. As you can see right here, we do have a lot of variance in the build, going from leveling to even the uber uniques. So you can see that I'm fitting the Starless Skies and also the Shaco, and you will actually be able to progress from start to finish throughout the character's lifespan from level 1 to 100 by looking at the variants right here. We're going to take a look at the endgame and the pit variant right here for actually understanding more of the build. Now, Blood Surge, as I said, is a AoE spell, so we kind of need to solve the single target damage for Blood Surge. Now, very good this season is going to be the Cruel's Embrace. As you can see right here, this is still the old PTR Cruel's Embrace. As soon as the patch goes live, the Maxroll planner will be updated to the new real version, but Cruel's Embrace is going to help us immensely with single target, where it's going to make use of the suck mechanic that is usually drawing blood from enemies, from multiple enemies, and making Blood Surge stronger. Cruel's Embrace is going to allow us to draw blood from a single target boss elite enemy multiple times, therefore increasing the damage of Blood Surge in single target encounters. So that is something that the build was lacking immensely, which is now being fixed as soon as you equip the Cruel's Embrace. On top of that, Blood Moon Breaches is also getting a huge buff on its multiplier, so you are going to deal immense amount of overpower damage as soon as you find those items. So you should definitely go for these first. On the defense side of things, we are actually using the Bone Storm, which not only gives us damage reduction while it's active and also critical strike chance, but we are also using the Rapid Ossification, which is going to allow us to reset Bone Storm as often as possible, because every time we're spending 100 essence, our bone skills cooldowns are reduced by 3.5 seconds, and we also have rapid ossification on our rings. Therefore, you can actually just hold down right click and therefore not only deal damage, but also reset your Bone Storm, which is also going to give you the Shielding Storm barrier, which is going to make you an absolute tank, because Shielding Storm has been updated and is now correctly giving you barrier equal to 6% of your maximum life, and we do have 64k on this planner character, so it's going to be an immense amount of EHP that you're going to have when you're playing this build, making you extremely tanky. And as you remember, I said the overpower mechanic is making use of your life to turn that life into more damage. For the skill tree, I suggest you check out the link down in the description below. Very important here, we're not taking decompose or reap onto the skill bar itself. Make use of the skill bar right here. Here you can actually see which skills are going on the skill bar. It's just so that you need to spend 2 skills into the basic skills category to be able to further advance down the skill tree, and that's why I chose these. You can also do whatever you want. It's just important you need those 2 to actually advance. Then you can actually see we're using Bone Prison, which is also here in the build for our vulnerable, and the cooldown of Bone Prison is actually also reduced with the rapid ossification, so you kind of have some cross synergy going on right here. Then on top of that, we're obviously using Abhorrent Decrepify, further helping us reduce the Bone Storm cooldown, and the Blood Surge lucky hit chance has also been increased, so you're gonna get more Abhorrent Decrepify procs, which is very interesting to me. Then we want to max out Tides of Blood, and Colorless Blood is also totally fine, while we are taking all the other stuff with Standalone, Memento Mori, and Bone Storm. For the Paragon, we are going with a 7 board 6 glyph setup, which is again a little bit better explained in the written version here under point 3, the Paragon board, where you can actually scroll right here and get a step-by-step guide or visualization of where to put your skill points. As you can see right here, every time you go to the next step, the points that you need to put are going to light up in green, therefore showing you the path that you need to take to get to the next Paragon. For the sacrifices, we are sacrificing the Skirmishers for more critical strike chance. Remember, this is increased by 60%, so you actually get 16% critical strike chance from this, while you're also sacrificing the Bone, which gives you more overpower, again also boosted by 60%, and we're also sacrificing the Iron Golem for 35% increased critical strike damage. I'm extremely hyped for the blood builds going into Season 5, especially the rapid ossification resetting the Bone Storm mechanic. I'm really happy about, so I will definitely try these out first and then see how that is going to go. In theory, the resetting is not going to be a problem, and you will be running around with a Bone Storm up all of the time. If you want to see all of this develop live, I suggest you check out the Twitch. That is also going to be linked down in the description below, and I'm going to be working through these, sharing my thoughts, and maybe you have also some feedback to the build itself, maybe some discoveries that we can then fuse together. And yeah, I'm also going to be leaving 1 week after the season released to Blizzard headquarters to test out some unreleased stuff, which I'm extremely excited about and very grateful for the opportunity. If you want to have a daily behind the scenes updates, I suggest you join the Discord, which is also obviously down in the description. And if you like content similar to this, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.